Peace, love, and light, guys. You got Professor O coming through with a dose of that good yolk. I'm everywhere like broken glass and around like a circle. Anyway, anyhow, let's get down to this round. Now, today I want to talk about care for your inner child. Now, what is the inner child? Exactly who you truly are. You know, your unadulterated, non-masked, unfiltered, genuine, authentic, pure, untainted self. Now, clearly, as we grow and mature and go through, I use that term, don't beat me up. Clearly, as we grow and develop throughout life, our inner child has to experience life. And as it experiences life, see, the difficult thing about it is remaining to keep the innocence of the inner child while simultaneously experiencing life so it can have experience to be able to progress and develop in a proper direction while maintaining its innocence. Now, how is that difficult? First and foremost, this is a very hard-headed perspective. Why? Because as you grow, you develop and you learn things that, that will work better, that will behoove your current situation or your overall betterment of yourself. But unfortunately, sometimes when you're learning new traits, it's kind of dampering that inner child's trait because, you want to smile, you want to be personable, you want to have, joke, just be overall a delight. But as you develop and get older, you realize it's a time and place, which it is. And these are not bad traits, but it's at the detriment of your inner child shining. Now, when I say care for your inner child, this is when hobbies are extremely important. Truly just knowing who you are and having an outlet for your inner child to play, experience, to love, and go outside. Now, listen to this. When I say your inner child needs love, this is the love that you give it, all right? This is like, you gotta realize a friend, a best friend at that, is a gift you give yourself. But who are you giving it to? You're giving it to your inner child. Anything that you do, you're doing it either for your body, for your mind, or your inner child. Now, people will say, oh, your mind is the inner child. No, it's not. Your mind is literally a tool because your mind just loves minding. It likes building, it likes thinking, likes to operate at all times. That's not who your inner child is. Your inner child is who you are, with the wonder-filled perspective before life develops your eyes for you to not look at it more wonder-filled. Now you're just looking at it as it is. Like, you're younger, you go to the city, you look at the buildings, wow, that's a big building, look, it goes all the way up there, and kids can see it and children can see it for multiple times and they'll still have the same effect because their eyes are wonder-filled. Now, when you have that effect, everything is experienced wholly, you're present. But as you develop and as you get older, your perspective becomes more time-based. Now, you're no longer truly present because you're always thinking about, oh, wow, that's a big building. How long am I going to be here? Or you're not even paying attention to the little things because you're constantly already have a goal to go to instead of just being present. So being wonder-filled and having wonder-filled eyes is an amazing trait. But it's also, it's part of that inner child of yours. But I digress. Again, I'm long-winded, so don't beat me up. But I got the notes, man. The handy dandy who writes a script. Clearly your boy does. Don't beat me up. I'm dead. All right, so let's get into it. Now, I want to talk about, because I want to get more into it, but I want to get more into protecting your inner child before I get more into caring for your inner child. Because you got to realize, when you have your inner child, and people will see it, because there'll be something youthful about you. It doesn't matter your age. You can be young, middle-aged, old, doesn't matter. There's something youthful about you. You may not even be a playful type of individual, but it's just something in the pep in your step the speech, the way you react, the way it's something, you know what I mean? Responses, something is youthful, and it reminds them of a time when they had that same perspective or that same response or that same energy, that same signal that's emitting when you responded that way or you laughed that way or you stalled, you spoke something. It resonated with them. Now, I need you to realize there are individuals who will like it, but then there's individuals again that will want to go against it because it's reminding them of something that they may have not had a chance to express. And I mean that. This is why I say care for your inner child, because as you get older, you know, listen, everybody has a past, and I can't sit here and say, you know, you got to do it. You don't know. I don't know what you've been through, what you went through, etc. so forth. A lot of individuals out there had to grow up fast, and they didn't have the luxury of being a child. Some had to hurry up and understand what the world works, that it's time to pay bills, or you got to care for your other little siblings or something of some sort. I don't know about that. But what I can say is that as you get older, it becomes your personal responsibility for you to be able to take it by the helm and do something with it. Now, everybody has a traumatic past or a traumatic story. It happens. This is called life, not paradise. But at the same time, when you get to a certain age, when you're cognizant of your situation, now it's up to you to take responsibility to make a change. I can't tell you or blame you for who hurt you or what they did to you in the past, but you have full responsibility of who you are in the present. If you're cognizant at this time and you comprehend exactly as I'm speaking and exactly who you are, you're totally responsible for that. Because at the end of the day, it gets old. You can't keep blaming the past because the people, they're not even there no more. They moved on. You know what I mean? Is this what it is? And unfortunately, in situations, I'm not going to get too much deep into it, you got to also realize you'll probably never get that closure that you need. Hence the reason why about caring for your inner child and understanding that a friend is a gift that you give yourself. Period. Now, protecting your inner child, because again, let's get back to the point. It'll resonate with others, and then they'll want to kind of attack it because it'll remind them of a time where they had to get rid of their inner child, and then now they had to take on the helm themselves and develop in a way that's not no longer there, but it's always there. So I can't really truly say get rid of your inner child because it's truly always there, but sometimes it's kind of been buried beneath a whole bunch of dirt and muck and all that extra stuff, or it's been asleep. You know what I mean? Whatever traumatic experience caused it to go to the back burner, but it's still there because you're still here. But it's operating not in the forefront. So what you want to do is you want to bring your inner child up to the front and hold the inner child's hand with, or carry them with them, so now you both can experience it together because you guys are one. And that's you. But now being at the perspective here, and I'm speaking very figuratively here, not literally, please understand this. Understand that now what it becomes more of, it's about aligning your perspective, because the inner child is the genius. That's the one that's doing all the subconscious work. You want to get more understanding about that. But once you did the inner work, because again, once the light turns on, again, it's not the eureka moment, not the aha. It's when the light turns on and you see the gunk that's already been within you. Now it's time to clean it up. Are you going to pick up the dustpan and broom and get to it? Or are you going to cut the light off and say, ain't nothing wrong with me? And then you're going to go on not understanding why you have triggers, etc., so forth. That isn't normal. Everyone gets annoyed, but no one should have any type of triggers, because how is something outside interfering with your inside oasis? That logically doesn't make sense. And I'm not here to say that you have to think everything on a logical reason, because what do you think cognizance is? What do you think reason is? What do you think intellect actually is? It's involved feelings to a higher degree. It's just you're able to express it in a more comprehensible way for both parties to understand and to relate. But again, this is a highly developed conversation I'm getting involved in. I don't want to veer too much in it. So once you bring your inner child up to the front, now you did the gunk, you cleaned out all the gunk, you found, oh my God, you still here. And I didn't know. So then now it's time for you to bring your inner child and to have your inner child experience life with you now. Now you're looking at things differently. Now you're looking at things wholly. You know what I mean? You may want to go, all right, you know, you may want to just probably go on the swings. Just to enjoy just a moment. Just on the swings. You're on the swings. Just in the moment. You may have not even had that luxury of just doing that. Because you may have been the type to always be the one to push your little siblings or some sort. But now you're on the swing. Or maybe you don't even know how to even skateboard or skate, rollerblade. Something that it was a mundane luxury that children experience. But little did you know that was such a key factor to a personality development. And what I'm here to say is care for your inner child. Care about it. Go into it. Now, and then there are those are those that I expressed that kind of gave it away, but then there are those who were steadfast and very hard-headed and maintained their inner child. Some to the degree where you can see that their inner child never actually grown up. And that's a whole nother story on how to have your inner child experience life, but also develop equally with you. Because you got to realize that the traits you pick up, the nuances, the way that you speak, the way that you perceive things, this is your shield, your fortress that you're building to protect who you are when you're going out into the world, when you're doing business, when you're conversing with a stranger, when you're conversing with friends. You develop these tricks because you've learned of it. But now it's time to have your inner child develop with it. So now you will always develop faster. You will have a certain pep in your step, a pep in your speak, because at the same time now you're working wholly. You're bridging the gap between your conscious and your subconscious, because your subconscious is always going to be way younger than you are consciously. The subconscious is everything that's going in the back burner that you understand, but you don't fully understand it to the point where you express it. You know, you understand it to a point where it's enough for you to not think about, but it's still going on. You know what I mean? This is when you're bridging that gap. But I digress because I'm going all over the place right now. Let's get back to the show. However, when your energy develops properly and when the child is still strong within, your personality becomes radiant. You have this aura, this signal, this frequency that you're emitting that becomes so potently beautiful that it's this, people would just think like, oh man, everything this guy does is so effortlessly. When you're just doing something and it's like, yo, it looks so, it's so cool. It's so, because you're doing it in a wholesome way. All of you is present in that action. So when you say, excuse me, I'm not sure what do you mean. Can you explain that? You're not just talking consciously and subconsciously, bridge guy. No, you're talking wholly. You're whole, that all of you is present in that one sentence. And that's why that sentence carries so much weight, because you're present in it. And then now you start to become more, it goes beyond words. It really does go beyond words. So I'm sitting here to say, go out there, learn more of who you are, understand, go through the trauma, think about your trauma, think about what happened when you were a child, etc., so forth. Where did it, think about those things. And then when you think about it, now that you're a cognizant adult, go out there and do it. Go buy that Pokemon card pack. Yeah, right? Who am I? Go and do it. Cut it out. Why do you care what anyone else says? You adult, right? You got adult money. Go and spend that little, few dollars on a pack. Now, I ain't talking about no weed pack, I'm talking about Pokemon pack, just for the record, right? We don't smoke over here, we don't drink, we don't smoke. What we do is laugh, smile, and look sexy. Can you dig it? Cause that should be expensive. Oh yeah, that's definitely. But no, seriously, go and do that. You'll watch how you'll be healing a certain part of you that you didn't even know. And it becomes effortlessly from there. It has no choice. And yeah, and I'm gonna end it off with that right there. Again, this message is for the adept out there, for the master, the expert, the proficient, the e-fishing, self-fishing, the one that's always doing it and never losing it, that's growing, that's going at all times. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. And remember, always do good, speak good, see good, because when it is good, it's all good. Can you dig it? And for the haters out there that love looking at your boy, make sure you look at my good side, because you know I'm sexy. Can you dig it? Thank you, care. Peace, love, and light, guys. See you in the next video.